back like we never left. What is good, everybody? If you're new to the channel, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Weav, and here on my channel, we coach you through 3 crucial aspects of your life. First, on your personal growth and development. Second, we continue to push you towards professional success as you continue to grow in your careers in business and entrepreneurship. Third, we always help you to build, maintain, and nurture long, lasting, and more meaningful relationships. Today, we talk about something I think we can all relate to in our lives at some point, and that is dealing with difficult people. Now, you know how I am. I don't like to waste time, and I'm ready to get into it, so let's do that right now. Be thankful for the difficult people in your life because they truly show you exactly who you don't want to be. We've all been there before, haven't we? The person who just has to make things so much more difficult than they truly have to be. The person who picks one random word you might have used and dwells on it for hours at a time. The person who makes a simple task into a whole extravaganza. The person who has 1,000 questions for you so they can make sure they know exactly what you meant by what you said. The person who just happens to always misunderstand most of everything that you have to say. And you know what? It's draining, right? Like physically and mentally draining to try to even think about dealing with them. You anticipate the nonsense. You anticipate a back and forth. You anticipate the negative energy that you just may not always be in the mood for today. And the funniest part about it, it's sometimes someone you literally have to deal with on a daily basis. Sometimes there is just no way of escaping that awful interaction that you know you're gonna have with them. And the difficult person doesn't have to be somebody who likes to argue. It can just be somebody who talks too damn much, who just is annoying the every fiber of your being each time they open their mouth. They are what I like to call the person who has a story for everything. You had a problem, but their problem, way bigger than yours. But you could have a saving grace if you are someone who has to deal with difficult people. If you have the patience to be able to do this, de-escalate that situation. Because let's be honest, if you are someone who has ever worked with the public, hell, if you're someone who has ever been in a retail store as a customer, a restaurant as a patron, or any public place where you are a customer at, it's being that difficult person that you see in line every single time. What do the employees try to do? De-escalate the situation so everything works out for the best, right? And nah, it's not gonna work for you every single time you try to de-escalate. But there are times where you listening and letting people just get their frustrations out, where you kind of go on autopilot and don't feed into the negativity or the issue, but also have an understanding that you listening and just being a sounding board is all that difficult person was sometimes looking for. We never truly know what's going on in somebody's personal life, right? So people who are unhappy, they may just overall be an unhappy and very unreasonable person. Sometimes though, they also don't know any other way to be. So complaining to them, it makes them feel productive. And I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but remember, it's not our jobs to justify someone else's actions. It's also not a responsibility of yours to feed into their nonsense either. And progress, when you deal with a difficult person, usually doesn't come until they actually feel like they are acknowledged and heard out completely. But my advice is if you don't truly have to deal with them directly, then don't. Because I believe there is a proponent of enabling that happens when you begin to feed too much into what someone who consistently seeks to be difficult does every single day. Ignoring may not always be an option for you though, especially if it's someone you work with or you're in a relationship with, but you don't have to feed the fire and help make the flames even bigger than they already are. Probably the most important thing in dealing with negative and difficult people is learning how not to take the things they say too personally. Sometimes people we deal with are narcissists, and their sole purpose is to get a rise out of you. It's to get a reaction to something polarizing they said. And hell yeah, it's easier said than done, right? You're naturally not enjoying the other person saying nasty things or things that you know aren't true. You're going to want to defend yourself. But when someone is so emotionally revved up, it's not going to help the situation by bringing deeper feelings into the problem. So get out of your feeling. Remember, this isn't about you. Don't take it personally. These are demons or attitude issues the other person has to deal with. So don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. As Jay-Z once said, don't argue with fools because people at a distance can't tell who is who. And make sure you set and always keep personal and professional boundaries in your life. Don't allow people to transfer their negative and emotional energy onto you, because what you allow will always continue. So give yourself credit for being put in the situation of understanding that this other person has their own problems and issues to deal with. It's not your job to fix unhappy and broken people, because for each of us, we are responsible for how we act, regardless of how we feel in the moment. As always, thank you to every single one of you for tuning in today. And if no one has told you this already today, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed and found value in the video, like, comment, and share it as well. If you're new to the channel, become official to the squad. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification down bottom and become a part of the team. I'll be back soon with another new video, but in the meantime, have an amazing day. Stay strong and stay inspired. And as always, until I see you guys next time, peace.